At the start of the story, two buses were driving toward school. Both were packed with female students. One of those girls was Mitsuko. She was beautiful and quiet. While everyone else was having fun, she sat alone and wrote in her notebook. Her friends noticed, then one of them grabbed Mitsuko's notebook. Her pen slipped from her hand and dropped to the floor. As Mitsuko bent down to pick it up, something terrifying happened. A powerful force suddenly rushed through the road. In a split second, both buses were cut clean in half. Every girl inside was sliced apart instantly. When Mitsuko stood back up, she froze in shock. She stared at the destroyed buses and could not believe what she was seeing. The only reason she was still alive, because she had bent down to grab her pen. Terrified, Mitsuko quickly climbed out and started running. Soon, the truth became clear. The thing causing the destruction was not a person or an object. It was the wind itself. The deadly wind now rushed after Mitsuko. She ran as fast as she could while screaming for help. As she raced forward, she spotted four girls ahead. "Get down," she shouted, but she was too late. The wind struck them and split their bodies in half. Still, Mitsuko managed to pull one girl away and save her. A short time later, they noticed several girls riding bicycles nearby. The two girls tried to warn them. They tried to save them, but the wind showed no mercy. It sliced through the cyclists without slowing down. Then the girl Mitsuko had rescued was killed too. Seeing this broke her completely. Filled with fear, Mitsuko ran without knowing where she was going. Eventually, she reached a river. The river was packed with countless dead bodies. The invisible wind had already wiped them all out. Shaking with fear, Mitsuko took clothes from one of the bodies and changed into them. Then she continued walking. After some time, she arrived at a school. The place looked completely normal. Female students filled the campus. While Mitsuko struggled to understand everything, a girl walked up to her. "How are you?" the girl asked. It was Aki, Mitsuko's closest friend. Still confused and traumatized, Mitsuko looked at her and asked, "Are you really my best friend?" Nothing around her made sense anymore. She could not understand what was happening. Mitsuko was deeply shaken by everything she had seen. Suddenly, a strong gust of wind swept through the area. The moment Mitsuko felt it, panic took over. She rushed inside the school building. Aki stood there confused. She followed Mitsuko and asked, "Why are you shaking? Why are you so scared? What happened?" Finally, Mitsuko told her the whole story. She explained how a strange wind appeared and slaughtered every student from her school. She described how everyone was cut apart. After hearing everything, Aki tried to calm her down. She brought Mitsuko near a window, then she stretched her hand outside. "See," Aki said, "it's only wind, nothing else." Later, Aki decided she did not want to attend class. She brought along her two friends, Tai and Sura. The group prepared to leave. As they stepped out, their teacher appeared and tried to stop them. But the four girls ignored the warning. They ran away from school. After traveling for a while, they reached a lake hidden deep inside a forest. There, Aki told Tai and Sura everything Mitsuko had experienced. After listening carefully, Sura shared a strange idea. What Mitsuko saw could be real, she said. Maybe she came from a different universe. There could be endless alternate worlds. To explain her theory, Sura picked up a small stone. She tossed it into the lake. "In this world, I threw the stone," she said. "But in another universe, I might have made a different choice." At that exact moment, a huge crocodile burst out of the water. Before anyone could react, it swallowed Tai whole. But only seconds later, Tai suddenly appeared again. She was completely fine. Then Sura explained what had happened. The crocodile ate Tai in another universe. But in this world, Tai survived. Nothing happened to her. A short distance from the lake, the girls spotted a bed sitting out in the open. They ran over and started having fun, tossing the pillows around. While they were playing, Mitsuko noticed two girls standing far away and watching them. One of those girls was wearing a wedding dress. But before Mitsuko could say anything, both girls suddenly vanished. Then Sura added another thought. "Our future is already decided, but if you want to change it, you must do something that would never happen in another world." After that, the group headed back to school. Soon, another class started. As Mitsuko sat at her desk, she noticed a pillow beside her chair. She leaned down to pick it up. At that exact second, something insane happened. The teacher suddenly pulled out a minigun. Then she opened fire on the entire classroom. Bullets flew everywhere. Students dropped one after another. When Mitsuko stood back up, the room was covered in bodies. The teacher slowly walked toward her. "How dare you skip my class?" she asked. "Ready to die now?" Right then, Tai and Sura rushed in. They grabbed Mitsuko and tried to get her out. But before they could escape, another teacher appeared. Without hesitation, the teacher shot both Tai and Sura. They died instantly. Now Mitsuko and the few surviving students ran out of the school. Panic spread everywhere. The teachers chased them while firing nonstop. Somehow, Mitsuko and several girls made it outside the school grounds. They kept running. Then Mitsuko suddenly tripped and hit the ground. At that same moment, a deadly blast of wind swept through. The invisible force sliced through every girl around her. All of them died. Only Mitsuko survived. She got up and kept running. After a long struggle, she finally reached the town police station. Inside, she met a female police officer. Mitsuko told her everything. She explained the wind, the killings, everything. Seeing her reaction, the officer pointed toward a mirror. "Take a look." Mitsuko looked at her reflection. Her eyes widened. Her appearance was completely different. The officer then said, "The reception is about to begin." After that, she placed Mitsuko, now known as Ko, inside a police car. The car drove her somewhere. Soon, the truth became clear. Ko was about to get married. As they traveled through town, people on the streets smiled and congratulated her. Eventually, they arrived at a wedding hall. The moment Mitsuko stepped inside, she saw Aki. Aki was there too. Mitsuko quickly ran to her. "What is happening?" she asked. "What is all this?" Aki quietly replied, "Stay calm. Right now, someone is controlling us. Do exactly what I tell you. I'll help you." Mitsuko agreed. After that, Aki helped her put on a wedding dress. A little later, several girls entered the room. They started making fun of Mitsuko. Aki finally snapped. One by one, she killed every single girl. Before Mitsuko left for the ceremony, Aki handed her a broken glass bottle with a sharp edge. Then Mitsuko walked toward the wedding stage. What she saw there shocked her. There was no groom waiting for her. Instead, an upright coffin stood at the altar. Inside the coffin was a strange person. The figure wore a huge pig mask. Mitsuko screamed the moment she saw the figure. Then she remembered the broken glass bottle Aki had given her. Without wasting a second, she grabbed it and attacked the person inside the coffin. The entire wedding hall exploded into chaos. People panicked and ran in every direction. Mitsuko and Aki quickly used the confusion to escape. But before they could get far, two women blocked their path. They were the same teachers from school. A fight broke out. Mitsuko and Aki managed to overcome them and get away. Once outside, they decided to separate. That way, if one got caught, the other could still escape. As Mitsuko, now known as Ko, kept running, she passed a mirror. She looked at her reflection and froze. Her appearance had changed again. This time, she was dressed like a marathon runner. Before she could understand what was happening, another girl ran up to her. The girl called her Izumi. At that moment, Mitsuko realized she was now part of a marathon race. After understanding her new role, Mitsuko, now Izumi, started running. While moving forward, she suddenly saw Tai and Sura. The same friends who had died at school were somehow alive again. A few moments later, Aki also ran toward her. Seeing Aki made Mitsuko feel safer. But that feeling did not last long. Soon they spotted a man wearing a pig mask. The two female teachers were with him. All of them were chasing the girls. Seeing this, Sura shouted at Mitsuko, "You must escape this world no matter what." Mitsuko kept running. Eventually, she reached a lonely cave-like area. Inside, she found many girls wearing school uniforms. One of the girls suddenly attacked her. "If you stay alive, all of us will die," she screamed. Just then, Aki arrived. She killed the attacker and pulled Mitsuko deeper into the cave. Inside, Aki gave her strange advice. "Say a name out loud." Mitsuko followed her instructions. She repeatedly shouted her own name. After some time, she transformed back into her original self. Then Aki showed Mitsuko something shocking. A cable was attached to her hand. Aki told her to pull it out. She explained that doing so would help her escape this world. But Mitsuko refused. She was afraid it would kill her best friend. Aki then forced her to listen. "This world is fake," Aki said. "It isn't real. Someone trapped us here. They will keep killing people until you change everything. You are the main character. If you pull this cable, I can return to the real world, and you can move to the final stage." After hearing that, Mitsuko finally grabbed the cable. Then she pulled it. The moment it came out, Aki's body split into two pieces. Mitsuko was devastated. At that exact moment, a giant gate appeared. With no other choice, she stepped through it. On the other side, she found a strange world. It was filled entirely with men. The men were happily playing a violent 3D survival horror game called Tag. Inside the game, Mitsuko, Ko, and Izumi were playable characters. Large posters of all three girls were displayed everywhere. Mitsuko was stunned. Then a boy walked up to her. "You came from the future," he said. As soon as she heard those words, Mitsuko collapsed. Some time later, she woke up. Now she was inside a place filled with glass cases. Many girls were stored inside them like mannequins. She continued walking. Soon she found an old man. He was playing the same game. The game showed Mitsuko going through all the deadly challenges she had survived. When the old man saw her, he began explaining everything. "I made this game," he said. "You are living in the future. 150 years ago, I was your classmate. I loved you. When you died, I used your DNA and your friend's DNA. I created clones of all of you. Then I used those clones inside my 3D game." Mitsuko was horrified. Nearby, she saw life-size models of herself and her friends. Then another person arrived. It was a young boy. Mitsuko realized he was the younger version of the old man. The boy removed his clothes and climbed onto a bed. Then he told Mitsuko to join him. The old man revealed the final stage of the game. He wanted Mitsuko to sleep beside his younger self. It was a wish he had carried for many years. Slowly, Mitsuko walked toward the bed. Then something clicked in her mind. She remembered Sura's words. To change your fate, do something impossible in another world. Suddenly, Mitsuko made her choice. She jumped on the boy and grabbed his throat. "Stop treating us like toys," she screamed. Then she seized the old man's cane. Without hesitation, she drove it into her own stomach. The old man stared in disbelief. This was never supposed to happen. It was not part of the game he created. For the first time, Mitsuko had done something completely unexpected. That single choice changed her destiny. After that, we see all three versions of her story. The bus, the wedding, the marathon. Before any of those events can begin, Mitsuko ends her own life in each scenario. The cycle finally breaks. Then everything changes. Mitsuko wakes up in a land covered with snow. She looks around quietly. At last, she understands the truth. The nightmare is over. She has finally returned to the real world.